Good morning, welcome to the shed. It's a cold Sunday morning. The wind is whistling through the shed. Got no insulation, so I need to sort that out during the summer. Another project. So today we're going to be fitting the vise. I have done a separate video on refurbishing it, but this kind of overlaps a little bit because I realised when I had it apart that it would be a good time to cut the hole in the bench. So the two videos are going to overlap, but doesn't matter, does it? Let me show you what I mean. So this is the back of the vise, and this is the bit that would be embedded, or will be embedded, into the bench here. So while it was apart, I was a bit worried about how I was going to mark it out and cut the right hole. I thought, actually, while that's apart, if I flip that round, as long as it's symmetrical, be careful when you're fitting yours, make sure, because they're not all symmetrical. I can basically draw it, use it as a template, draw around it, and then I know exactly where to cut. I've got it sort of 1/8 of an inch, maybe slightly less, under the level of the bench. That's so that I can plane the, I'm going to put some wooden jaws in so that I can plane the jaws down to the level of the bench without risk of hitting the vise. I might come down and sneak that down a little bit lower, but anyway, we can adjust that as we bolt it in. So that's what we're going to do. I painted it black. I'm regretting it. I think I should have gone blue, but never mind. It'll look nice once it's in position. So I'm now just going to draw a line around that. Mark this these webbing bits, or supports, because they're going to have to be cut into the bench as well. And yeah, we'll be good. I've got this vise placed 4 inches away from the leg, so that allows 3 inches for the wedge. I didn't want to interfere with that. I don't think it'll touch it, but I'll need to keep away from that. I think that should be enough. Should be able to see that. Get the jigsaw on there. I'll drill a couple of holes first to start it off, and then we can start jigsawing around that. Just marking the extra height that's needed on the rib. So this is the bit that's got to be cut out. It's actually not as big as I thought, which is hopefully a good thing. I can cut it reasonably large because none of this will be visible. Okay, so that's the stuff we've got to get rid of. That is below the level of the bench, which is obviously good, where it has to be. Okay, so I'm actually going to start off with a test hole through the middle just to see how it works, because I'm a bit nervous. Okay, that's coming through now. And now I'm going to test my jigsaw. I've got a brand new blade in there. I might just use the jigsaw from there, I don't know. let's have a little go, see how it works. I need to practice anyway, so. I fixed the wiring on the plug. Now we'll give it a go. Okay, that's the basic slot cut out. Let's see if that fits. It won't do yet, but because I've still got these ribs to cut. But that's not far off. I've probably got to do this bit by hand. I don't have a rasp, unfortunately. Okay, that's the whole cut. I do feel the need to tidy it up a little bit, even though it's not going to be seen. Yeah, so that slides in like so. There's a couple of bolts or some lag screws I put in there to hold that against there, and the rest of the vise goes here. Obviously it gets bolted up underneath, so I'll need some spacers in there as well. Good. I'm happy with that. Unfortunately, you have to cut it pretty close, so you do see a bit of that, but I'm going to be having a jaws, wider jaws on here anyway, which will cover that up. Okay, brilliant. Let's go back. Well, I'll tidy it up a bit, and then we'll go back and put the vise back together. I wonder if any of you spotted my deliberate mistake, which was that I didn't allow for the quick release mechanism in my cutout. Okay, so that is sliding into position okay. It does work. It's obviously not bolted in yet, and that doesn't work very well when you haven't got a new. Okay, so the next stage is to fit the spacers and bolt it underneath the bench. However, I think I need to fit the front pad of my jaws first, because I need to screw into it from behind. So I better quickly go and cut that bit of wood, and then we'll do that. Okay, so that's me slightly wider jaws in place, but not screwed in. So they're clamped together. A little bit short, a little bit long, I mean. Got to find screws that aren't going to go right through, which of course all of these are. So probably 20 mil. Let's try one of those. No, it's going to have to be a 30 mil. That's close. We'll give it a go. Have a little look at those first before I do the other ones. No, they don't come through. Good. Okay. Clamp up again. And put the screws in from behind. I feel like I'm going to forget a step here, but never mind. So that's my jaws. There is going to be a piece just slipped in behind there, which will be like so. But I need to fix my fix the vise underneath first, so that that is the anchor rather than this. It's not anchored at the front, it's anchored underneath. Okay, that's the vise installation all completed and done. I added these two little bits at the side just to sort of tidy it up so it wasn't sort of overlapping. I've oiled it with a bit of Danish working vise. I do need to sort out the lubrication. When the weather warms up, I'll try the paraffin wax. If not, we'll go for good old grease and oil. Okay, thanks very much for watching. That's the bench complete. I'll do the roundup next. Yeah, very happy with that. Thanks very much for watching. As usual, I'll link to the playlist here, and you can subscribe down below if you want to see the next episode. Thanks very much for watching. See you soon.